We have some huge transfer updates, guys, including a here we go for Arsenal. Can you believe it? So welcome back to my transfer roundup series. How do you like the new logo? Took me 2 minutes in Photoshop. Right, okay, let's jump into the first couple of stories. First of all, as I said, a here we go for Arsenal. Norgard. Yeah, Norgard. He's coming to Arsenal for £11 million. 31, I believe, 31 years old. Obviously plays in that central midfield position where we've lost Jorginho and Partey. A lot of people asking me my thoughts. Well, this is where I sit with this. 11 million obviously isn't a lot of money in today's market, and it's in a position where we've lost 2 players and we've only recruited 1. Zubimendi is coming in January? In July. It will be a done deal. You guys will see it very early in July, I'm fairly sure. So the way I see it is Partey he's not going to be signing a new deal. He will be leaving on a free. And Zubimendi is coming in for him because Partey's a starter. He's a first-team player for Arsenal. Zubimendi swaps in for him. And with Jorginho obviously confirmed leaving weeks ago now, I think Norgard is his replacement. Now, the way I see it is Jorginho and Partey are both older than Norgard, yet people are just going on about Norgard's age right now. The facts are, he's Premier League proven, he's Premier League experienced, he's an international player, he's got a great range of passes, he's great at tackling, he's kind of the overall package as a stopgap, as quite literally filling a void goes. It's really not that bad for the money we've paid. We got linked with other players such as Agume. Apparently Arteta wanted to go with someone that's Premier League ready. I like this. I don't dislike it. I don't love it. I just like it. It's fine. £11 million. If it works out, brilliant. If it doesn't really work out and he's only here for 2 seasons and he plays minimally, it is what it is. We move on. We obviously have other priorities. Zubimendi is the one that's going to be coming in and fixing that void where Partey's gone. And Norgard is just going to provide backup. Another here we go as well. Not as exciting because we all knew this was coming. Norgard came out of nowhere, but now we can confirm Kepa's release clause has been paid. £5 million for a new backup goalkeeper that's played for the likes of Chelsea, Real Madrid, and obviously Bournemouth last season. He's played for Spain. At one point, he was the most expensive goalkeeper in the world, and now he's an Arsenal backup. Crazy, isn't it? Again, people asking me for my thoughts on this. Look, the way I see it is this is an upgrade on what we had last season with Neto. And Neto barely played. I don't expect Kepa's going to get many minutes, especially not in the main games, the main competitions. But he is still a very, very good player. He'll be pushing Raya for sure in training. I'm not saying that he's anywhere near as good as Raya, but Kepa is a level above Neto. There's no doubt about it. I'm welcoming this. £5 million. £5 million. Brilliant deal. Although I would love to know what his wages are. If they're really high, then it's not so good, is it? And lastly, on Arsenal news, just really quickly, because, you know, this is a transfers series, but this is huge for us Arsenal fans. MLS 49, he is staying. He has signed a new contract. I had to use this picture. He's pointing. I'm here. There were reports that Real Madrid were looking at him, and of course, that's always going to happen when you're a young player with bags of talent, but he's staying. New contract signed, and MLS, he's staying as number 49, it would seem, as well. So number 3 is still available at the club. Now, up next, we have Kerkez. Again, not the most interesting signing because I think we've all known this was coming for a while now, but it is official. Here he is in last season's Liverpool kit. I don't know if they've released their new kit unless I'm just bugging out a little bit. That looks like last season's, but either way, this is a really good deal. What does it mean for Robertson? He was linked with a move to Atletico Madrid. Of course, he's been their starting left-back for what feels like a decade now, but Kerkez is, for me, one of the best left-backs in the Premier League, and he's going to take his game to a new level at Liverpool. I'm actually very impressed with this signing. It's around the 40 million mark as well, so it's really good business, and it's a position where you could argue they've needed a little bit of TLC for a while. Robertson is a great player, but he isn't the player he used to be. And they had Tsimikas as the backup, right? So fair play to Liverpool. They've done a really good job in the market so far. They've attacked it quickly. And they've got 2 of their main targets. Kerkez is done, and so is Wirtz. It was made official just a few days ago. I've talked about him so many times. I remember making a comparison between him and Cherki, who's going to do better, value for money-wise. Obviously, Wirtz is a much more expensive signing. I would argue, though, that it's still a gamble, but you know what you're getting with Wirtz. You hear these reports of Cherki being a little bit of a problem off the pitch, but who knows? This is a huge signing. It's one of the most expensive signings in football history. It's right up there. Obviously, Neymar's deal to PSG blows everything out of the water, but still, incredible business, and he will do very well for Liverpool. I still think Cherki might be the better signing. Value for money-wise, this is definitely an inflated fee. It just is. And that, unfortunately, will have a knock-on effect. Every single other transfer, just as it happened with Neymar all those years ago when he moved to PSG, every club now looks to this as the new... This is the new bar, isn't it? If Wirtz is worth this, my player's worth this. Obviously, we might not see a huge knock-on effect because it isn't an obscene amount of money. It's just a lot of money for one of the best young players in the world. So let's just see what happens over the coming weeks. Let's move on to some signings outside of the Premier League. We have Malero, and this might be one of my favourite transfer picture reveals I've seen. This is brilliant. It's like a collectible card. Malero, a young player playing over in Spain, seemingly linked with top European clubs. He has moved to Villarreal for just 16 million euros. How? He's worth well over 30, 35, maybe even 40. I don't know how they've managed to pull that off. I'm guessing there was maybe a lot less left on his contract than maybe we all thought. Who knows? It's a huge signing for Villarreal. I fully expected him to be a Barcelona player, Atletico Madrid, or even a Real Madrid over the last few years because he is one of those young talents coming through. But he'll be playing for Villarreal. Now we've got back to the Premier League. Sorry, I thought that was the last one. It might be the last one now. We have a new signing for Leeds, a new centre-back. We have Jaka Bijol. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but this is a good signing from Udinese, 22 million euros. He's an absolute man-mountain. I think he's going to really help Leeds' defence. Now, what I will say is, with a newly promoted side, defence is obviously very important. You want to make sure you're not conceding a ridiculous amount of goals. But for me, the focus has to be scoring as well, just as much. If you don't have a true top goal scorer, you're not going to stay in the Premier League. Do Leeds have enough going forward? I think with this signing, defensively, you could argue, I think maybe they need a left-back, right, if Firpo does go. Has Firpo left yet? They will definitely need to reinforce there. It's going forward. Do Leeds have enough this season? Do Sunderland have enough? Absolutely not. Do Burnley have enough? Absolutely not. I think the only club out of the three that has any chance is maybe Leeds. So we'll see in the coming weeks before the new season starts. Are they going to bring in some more players going forward? It looks like they're focusing on defence right now, and this is a really, really good signing. I like him. Now, this is a strange one. I didn't even realise. So, Omadelli, a young player that was coming through Norwich, everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing. He got his move to Nottingham Forest, and he was out on loan at Strasbourg last season. I had no idea. And now it's a permanent deal. He's moved for 10.5 million euros to Strasbourg. It's such a strange one. Omadelli, genuinely, I thought was going to be a very, very good centre-back. And I remember signing him in my career mode. I remember thinking he'll be right up there as one of the best young players in the coming years, and he'll get a move to a top Premier League team, and he'll make it. That move to Nottingham Forest really wasn't a bad deal, was it? I thought that's a great club for him to move on to, and then maybe he'll end up in a top 6 club. I could see him maybe joining, I don't know, I almost said Manchester United. They are still a top 6 club, okay? Reputation-wise, they're obviously struggling, but I could see him at Manchester United. But now he's moving to France. It's such a strange one. When I saw this, I couldn't believe it. I had no idea he wasn't at Forest. He was out on loan. And there you have it. Up next, Luka Modric. We've mentioned him a couple of times in recent weeks. No one really knew where he was going to end up, having left Real Madrid. He's still there for the Club World Cup, but obviously come July, he's going to be a free agent, and it seems almost like a done deal at this point, according to some top journalists. He will be an AC Milan player, and I love that. I think AC Milan, Modric, it suits. I think Italy's a great place for him to go. It's maybe a little bit of a slower league, and he's gonna release his inner Pirlo. I love it. I think AC Milan is a really, really good choice for Modric, and I wish him all the best. What a player. Even though he's ex-Tottenham, I've loved Modric for so long. The way he plays, the way he glides along the pitch, he's such a complete midfielder. Now we've got a double coming in for Como. Keer from AC Milan, apparently 25 million euros. Como have already been busy in this window. They are building something very special there, and it might be one of the top destinations for players in terms of location. Imagine living in that part of Italy, earning millions of euros and playing week in, week out your favourite thing in the world, football. Amazing lifestyle, and I think Keer is a really good acquisition for them. And it does look like they're going to be getting Morata as well. So they're getting a mix of young, experience. They've already been busy, like I said. They've got one of the most promising young coaches in the world with Fabregas, who looks likely to stay. There we go, trying to get my words out. This is an interesting one, though, isn't it? Morata. Obviously, there's going to be that Spanish link between him and Cesc Fabregas, and there was some convincing to do there. He will be taking a massive hit on his wages, I'm sure. But do you know what? As I said, what a place to live. I don't think he's going to mind. And then the last one, I could not believe my eyes. Nunez to Napoli. It's been bubbling for a while, and it seems like they're having some serious rounds of talks at the moment. It looks likely that Nunez will be leaving Liverpool, and he'll be joining Kevin De Bruyne at Napoli. McTominay in behind. I mean, what a weird team. It's such a strange one, but do you know what? Prediction time. Nunez, prior to joining Liverpool, looked very good, didn't he? He looked very good. Lethal finisher, quick. He's gone to Liverpool. It hasn't worked out. And people don't talk about it enough. He was a very expensive signing, and he has completely flopped, in my opinion. He has not been good enough. He's had moments, right? But here's my prediction. He is going to absolutely smash it in Italy. And I reckon we'll see in a couple of seasons him being one of the top strikers in Europe. Just throwing that out there, because I see something in Nunez. I remember when he was linked with Arsenal, and I was reading up on his stats. And underlying stats, obviously, it's more about what you see. I think when you watch football, if a player's good, they just look good. But stats do back him up in some aspects. And I think he might be just going through a confidence thing at Liverpool. It's just not... It's not working out for him, or it hasn't worked out for him. I can just see this working. I reckon he's going to absolutely smash it at Napoli, and I think Liverpool will regret selling him. But I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. They've got goals elsewhere. They've obviously just spent a lot of money. I mean, they're being linked with Isak. It's not going to happen, but can you just imagine? Just imagine if they signed Isak. They won't regret selling Nunez then, will they? But that's my, I guess, hot take. Nunez is actually a lot better than people think, and he's going to do really well in Italy. But that's it for this transfer roundup. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Obviously, I like to upload these every couple of days, and I'll be doing specific Arsenal ones. If we do sign a striker, you know, for example, I'm going to do a full-on video of that player and talk about their stats and all that stuff. But in terms of world football and covering all of the big signings, this is where you'll find them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.